If you've ever self-sabotaged right when things started going well, or you keep hitting the same invisible ceiling in your business, no matter how hard you work, then this video is for you. Maybe you haven't even started yet. You've been dreaming about this business for months or maybe even years. But every time you get close to actually doing it, something stops you. You tell yourself it's not the right time. You tell yourself you need more money saved, more experience, more certainty. You've written that business plan so many times and you've deleted it over and over and over again. Or maybe you have started and you took the leap and you did the brave thing, but now you're wondering why it still feels so hard. Why the clients are coming the way you thought that they would. Why every time you build momentum on YouTube, something happens and you get busy and you stop posting. When you launch, all you hear is crickets. You get busy right when you're about to be seen, or you freeze right when the big opportunity finally shows up. Today, I'm going to show you why this keeps happening, whether you're still thinking about starting your own business or whether you're already in the game. And ladies, it's not because you're stupid or lazy, and it's not because you're not ready, and it's not because you don't have what it takes. It's because of something that's running far deeper than your conscious mind. And if you're anything like me, you've probably felt that pull towards something more, but you've probably felt fear or imposter syndrome shows up every single time. And that voice that says, who do you think you are? Or what if you fail and everyone sees it? Or maybe you're not smart enough or experienced enough or ready enough for this to actually work. Ladies, here's what I need you to understand. This isn't a confidence or an experience problem. It's a deep subconscious problem. And we think that if we just push harder, or we read one more book, or we take one more course and hire one more coach, that we'll finally break through. Whether that means finally starting or finally scaling past where we've been stuck. But your conscious mind, which is the part of you that wants this so badly, it's only running about 5 to 10% of the show. The other 90 to 95%, that part of you, the one that's actually steering the ship, is your subconscious. And if your subconscious was programmed somewhere along the way to believe that ambition is dangerous, or that you're not worthy of wealth, that visibility is unsafe, that success means you'll lose something or someone important to you, then no amount of willpower is going to override that. You will either keep sitting on that runway and never take off, or you'll finally take off and then you'll self-sabotage and crash every single time. Because some part of you, deep down, doesn't actually believe that it's safe to aim high and fly high. So it's time to stop forcing your way towards your dream or this business and start actually understanding what's causing the resistance. So let me walk you through where this begins. Now it's all about understanding your story. This is where it all starts, and honestly, it's the step that most people skip because it feels easier to just push through the fear than to look at where it actually came from. But you can't override a subconscious pattern. You can't reprogram something that you don't know is there. So I want you to think about this. What is your earliest memory around work, money, or success? Think back to being that little girl. What did you see? Maybe you watched your parents work themselves to exhaustion just to make ends meet. And some part of you quietly decided that chasing something big means sacrificing everything else, or that success has to come at a painful cost. Maybe money was never spoken about, or it was only spoken about in fear or anger, in scarcity, or in arguments behind closed doors, and your subconscious learned that money equals stress and not freedom. Maybe you watch someone that you love take a risk and fail, whether it was publicly or privately. And some part of you decided that it's not safe to want big things because wanting big things means that you can lose big things too. Maybe that's exactly why you keep sabotaging your own momentum right when things start to work, because a part of you is still bracing for the fall. Or maybe it wasn't dramatic at all. Maybe it was quiet. It could have been a small comment in passing, or a look on someone's face when you said what you wanted to be when you grew up. It could have been a moment where you felt too much, or too loud, or too ambitious, and you learnt to shrink to keep yourself safe, and shrinking is exactly what you're still doing every time you get close to being seen. These are not just memories, ladies. They are the source, what I call the root cause. And your subconscious mind has been quietly running the program ever since, whether you've been aware of it or not. And for some of you, it shows up as the business plan you keep rewriting but never launching. For others, it shows up as the fear that grips you right when a launch is about to take off, or the sudden burnout that hits right when the business finally starts gaining traction. Same root, just different symptom. So I want you to grab a notebook and pen and ask yourself these questions. And make sure you let it flow, don't overthink it, and don't edit yourself. And you can pause this video and just write as much as you can. The first question I want you to ask yourself is, what did I see the adults around me believe about money? Was it a source of stress, shame, safety, or silence? What did I learn I had to do or be in order to be worthy of love or praise? What's the earliest moment that I remember when I felt not good enough and was happening around me at the time? Who in my life took a big risk and what happened to them? What did I quietly decide about ambition, money, or visibility because of it? If I'm already in business, when was the last time things were going really well right before it fell apart? What was I feeling in the days leading up to that? Write it all down, even the memories that feel small or silly, because your subconscious doesn't rank memories by size. It just remembers how they made you feel, and it's still trying to protect you today from feeling that way again, even if that protection is what's currently keeping you stuck or capping your growth. Now, here's the part I really want you to hear, ladies. Awareness is powerful and it's an important first step, but awareness alone doesn't reprogram your subconscious. You can know exactly where the fear came from and still feel it grip you every single time you go to take action or right when the business starts to grow, because the subconscious doesn't respond to logic. It responds to repetition, emotion, and deep reprogramming, which is why so many women stay stuck or they stay capped even when they've done all the inner work. So this is actually why I went down the path of learning about hypnosis. Throughout the years of coaching entrepreneurs, I learned that you can have all the skills, all the experience and knowledge in the world, but if your mindset isn't right, success is never going to come. I worked with so many entrepreneurs who had the same business, They had the same business model, the same skills, and I watched as one of them would be successful and would thrive and the other wouldn't. And I knew it was all about the mindset. So I basically set down the path about learning how to overcome self-doubt, lack of self-esteem, and limiting beliefs and lack of worthiness, which then got me on the path of hypnosis and how rapidly it can reprogram the subconscious directly rather than just talking around it. It was only when I got certified as a hypnotherapist that I really saw the power. I'll be sharing more about this soon because for a lot of you who are watching this, journaling and awareness will only take you so far. And you're going to need something that speaks the subconscious's actual language. But for now, let's start with this step. Step 1, get honest with your story, and I'll walk you through steps 2 and 3 in my next video. So stay tuned. And in the meantime, if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and join my 30-day challenge for daily tips to help you build the courage and the mindset to finally start or finally break through the ceiling that you've been hitting. And if you don't want to wait, you can book a free strategy call with me. The link is in the description, and we can dive into what's really holding you back together. I hope you got a lot out of this one. Until we meet again, live wild, live free, wild woman run free. See you in my next video.